Nityanandam. Hi, this is Ma Nitya Oviananda. Today I'm going to talk about something a little different. Of course, I think I always say that. But today I want to speak about something that we all know a lot about, and that is anger. How many of you, once in a while at least, get a little mad about something, a little angry? Do you ever feel sometimes like you just want to explode? You're so upset and you just don't know what to do? Well, I want to let you know, as a seeker, not everything is hunky-dory. I know I mostly speak about spiritual things, but I wanted to let you know that even we, the spiritual seekers, even sannyasis, even brahmacharyas, we also go through many ups and downs. But all of these are created by our mind because the ego wants to keep itself alive. So we go on believing our mind. Swamiji once likened our mind to a monkey. And it goes something like this. This monkey was bitten by a scorpion. And the monkey was actually drunk, intoxicated, and inside of a tree when it got bit by the scorpion. Then the monkey fell off of the tree, hit his head several times on the way down, and when he landed, oh boy, can you imagine the state of that monkey, the rage he was in? This is what our mind does to us. It plays many tricks. Now with this anger thing, see, I realize also I even have this anger thing. And I've been actually struggling with it a little bit lately. And I realized, what is anger? What is it really? I was trying to actually connect to it on an emotional level. When I was getting angry, I decided this morning, that is it, I'm done with this thing. Because, anger is a lot different than other emotions. There's, I guess, any emotion you do out of incompletion, and any emotion you listen to and act out of incompletion, it doesn't really result in something positive. If you kind of look and see that. If you do something out of love, out of a good feeling, typically if you're in a complete state and you're doing it out of that space, the thing will turn out properly. But if you notice, if you do something out of incompletion, if you're a little distraught or stressed or angry or something, no matter what you do, even if it's something you know how to do well, it usually doesn't come out so great. Anyhow, I've been going through this thing for quite a long time, and I thought it's, for various reasons, I was blaming those things. But then I realized I'm just holding on to this wanting to be powerless. And when you're a small kid, you start to develop these things called incompletions and inadequate cognitions about yourself. So let's say when you're a kid, there's events happen to you, your parents do something to you, and then you cognize, you have an opinion about yourself based on those actions. And then you form a pattern, an incompletion. So typically in life, when those things hit you again, or you're presented with those things again, you respond to the way you did when you were 5 years old. And you continue like that until you're dead, basically. So here you are living with something that you had since you were 5 years old. And you're carrying it around when you're 30, 40, 50 years old, and you're still acting like the little baby. You're throwing a tantrum or whatever it is. So what I realized today is, I was angry. Why? Because for me, anger comes out of powerlessness. Like, I don't know what else to do, and so you get mad, and it's like that badger or that animal that's backed into a corner. Instead of cowering, you can do that and cry, or you can have a spaz attack. And, try to get out of it. So instead of handling things in a calm, cool way, because typically what is there really to be so upset about? Nothing. So instead of handling things from a powerful cognition, you have a spaz attack. And tell me, what good does this do in your life? Zero. It does nothing good in your life. It only puts up a barrier between you and other people, between you and life, and it just ticks people off big time. Because who wants to deal with somebody who's spazzing out and yelling? Nobody. So if you really look when you get angry next time, you try to find out, what is it that's triggering this thing? What do I really have to be mad about? Am I feeling powerless? Am I feeling a low self-esteem? So somebody said something and they called me ugly or stupid. And then you get mad about it. But really, why? Who cares what somebody says? Do they judge you? Do they own you? No. So why are you giving them that power? And why are you getting angry about it? Because somewhere inside you there's a low self-esteem. Here, Swamiji has named these things SDHD. That's self-denial, self-hatred, Self-denial, self-hatred, and self-doubt. These are the biggest things that plague us. Especially self-doubt is pretty much common in everybody. Even the most powerful people have some form of this thing. So, these things pretty much affect us our whole life. Anyway, so what do you do when you're in that situation? You're feeling somehow a negative reaction to it. But what if you change your cognition? So if somebody calls you ugly or stupid, what if you change your cognition and think, who are they to judge me? Who are they to say, to judge me? And not only that, you're giving them power over you because they're drawing this emotion out of you that's only putting you in a bad mood. So why give that power to them? So especially for seekers, this is pretty much for everybody, but seekers, on the path, we're very much drilling down to the bone of what we are. We're hitting things and trying to go deeper and deeper into ourselves and realize what we are, right? So, when you first start doing completion, as we call it, going back, reliving and relieving all those events in your childhood that make you feel weak or powerless or ugly or hated, everything you can trace back. You can trace back all of it. And there's many things that we carry from past birth. And those things Swamiji could take care of during inner awakening. There's many processes, including the death meditation and past life regression, in which as an avatar, he can basically just clear those karmas for you. And he's done it for all of us. So anyhow, you still carry a lot of things with you that you have to work out, because you have to learn how to survive, basically, with yourself, and how to move yourself into a powerful space. Once you start to micromanage your thoughts and see where these things are coming from, you can complete with them. Anyhow, I realized this anger thing was just getting to me, and it was completely baseless, I was going on little sleep, I was blaming that, then I was blaming this, that, the other thing, but really whose fault is it? Mine. I have the power to say I'm going to go to sleep early, or I'm going to change my schedule, or I'm going to do things differently. And not only that, I have nothing to be angry about. I'm living with Swamiji. I'm living with an avatar. I know all these things he's teaching us are amazing. My knowledge level about myself, about life, I would have never known all these things and how to take care of myself and my thoughts and my emotions if it wasn't for him. I'd still be treating myself with, let's say alcohol or some other things. But instead of that, I understand what to do in those situations, what to do. And one funny thing Swami just says in a video, I'll share that link with you, it's pretty hilarious. If you're having anger, it's not, I have a good heart, I'm a nice-hearted person, I'm a good person. Just bear with me here, I'm just having a bad day. Bull. Just be straight with yourself. You're a nutcase right now at the moment, and you're giving into the stupid anger. And you should tell your people, your family members and your friends to just beat you in the head when you're being a jerk and you're being angry, because there's really no reason for it. When you're connecting to life and you're connecting to people and you're connecting to others, there's no room for anger, because you're going to let the bliss flow through you, the love flow through you, the compassion flow through you. When you're letting anger take over, I can see how I can actually physically feel it moving, and how it is in my system, and how it just blinds you. It's like you get this bag on your head, and then it just cuts you off from everything. Who wants to live like that? I don't. I'm so done with it. But what you need to do, because it does sometimes happen or keep persisting, one very important thing you need to have is will persistence. There's no such thing as willpower. That's some stupid ego thing. What you need is will persistence. That means if you fall off the horse, you get back up on that horse again and again and again. And you never give up on yourself, and you never give up on that horse. That horse is life. You get on it and you ride. And eventually you're going to ride it and be a total expert, and you're going to enjoy. So what you need to have is will persistence. And you just keep on moving. So when it comes to this anger thing, you don't tolerate it. You declare and you tell that mind, I understand what you're doing. I am not letting you rule my life. I am a powerful person, and I'm going to handle the situation in a different way. And you tell yourself that, and you're going to see how things change for you. And whatever, I don't know what you believe in. Hopefully you believe in some higher space. Hopefully you believe the divine's inside you. Maybe you're a follower of Swamiji or Shiva, you know. Whoever it may be, hold on to that in your heart. Follow your heart. It's time we get out of our head and dump that logic, because anger is actually logic of your mind trying to justify some behavior. And we know that the mind is nothing. I can actually have been blessed with some few times where I was able to see how I am actually separate from my mind. I am not my mind, and I see it as this separate thing running. You know, like you're in the car driving and you're in the driver's seat and you're in the wheel. But under the hood, there's a mechanism, an engine moving. It is part of the car, but it's not the car, and it's not you, right? So it's running by itself. So sometimes I feel how the mind is running by itself. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. What are you doing? Like, I don't even, have control over the mind sometimes. It just does its own thing. And then you grasp onto these thoughts and emotions that the mind is just feeding you, and that's it. You're lost in this thing. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I just wanted to share these things with you, little insights I have. Hopefully it'll help you out, okay? But just please, don't give me this goofy anger. And you're not some big guy or some big person. You don't need to go having a spaz attack, because you don't look cool. You don't look powerful. Especially these yo-yos that have road rage and they spaz out and yell at people. It's really stupid. So stop, relax, chill out. Life is too short for stupidity. Start enjoying it. Get into some stress-free life. Come to inner awakening. Learn from the source, from Swamiji, how you can manage yourself. You can manage your thoughts. You can manage your life. Because once you do that, once you make yourself have powerful cognitions about yourself, you change all those negative thoughts, those incompletions, those low self-esteem or self-denial or whatever you've been carrying around with you. When you change it to a powerful cognition about yourself and you really become to see who you are, life will change for you so much. Even the amount of money you make, the people you know, all of those things will start to change. So you do have the power to do this. And Swamiji can really help, I'm telling you. Because not only does he get rid of all these past karmas, but he heals so many things. Either physical, emotional, mental. People get cured from addictions, coming to inner awakening. So many things. I already told you in my introduction video how just going to one class, thousands of miles away in U.S., over two-way video conferencing, Swamiji healed me from my alcohol problem. And I didn't even tell him or ask him or nothing or tell anybody there, but somehow he knew and he fixed me up. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And manifesting cognitions, manifesting powerful cognitions is really what you should be doing with your life. Not stewing over anger, incompletions. She did this to me, he did that to me. What a waste of time. Please don't waste it. You're such a beautiful being. Find out who that person is. Come to inner awakening. Get a kickstart into your life and begin again. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon. Nityanandam.